Hey, I am Luis Martin, the art engineer, and welcome to my happy place. Right now it's my bedroom and I have my portable studio with me. I spilled coffee, so I had a bit of a crisis, but I'm back. I inhaled, exhaled, I breathed, so now I'm back. Does that ever happen to you? Okay, if it does, do not panic. Just breathe and go back to where you do have control. Your art studio, your collage. So let's collage. I have some scraps that I have been saving from my collage kits, and when I cut them to fit in the little envelope, these are all the beautiful images that I just can't throw away. So I've been keeping them and I want to do something with them. So if you have some scraps, bring them out and see what we can create. All right, so let's collage. All right, let me know if you can see more than my belly. Here's my infamous coffee that had a tantrum. Okay, so I have my beautiful box that will supplement everything else I might need, along with my other scraps. I have a magazine, a Life magazine from 1964. This is kind of problematic because it's just too beautiful to cut sometimes, and sometimes I just have a hard time identifying with the imagery because it's a little tough and dated, but we'll play with it. So first of all, let me show you some of the scraps that I have. So hope you're doing well. If you have your scraps, take them out and look what we can do. The whole magic about my art practice and even the collage kits that I make, it's the juxtaposition, which is a $5 word, the juxtaposition of putting things out of context, right? What does that mean? Putting things that just, you don't know, I don't know what this is. Do you know what this is? This could be some kid's drawing, but it's actually the ocean. It's some kind of scientific schematic. Who knows? Who cares? Right now, it's just this beautiful blue that I put next to this beautiful blue from the sky and this beautiful orange. And out of context, it creates something completely different, right? So this is what I'm after. So I can perhaps add some of this black and white. Oh, I mean, this is a collage in itself, right? Like, there's so much going on. So you know what? I'm gonna commit to this because I feel something good here. Of course, I have my trusty strips here. So I am not kidding. I totally had a meltdown with my coffee spilled. Because, you know, sometimes you're really good with stress, but then one thing will happen. You're like, no. It's like, what is it? The something that broke the camel's back. Yeah, it was just like that. So I took a minute, took a 2-minute nap, and I was like, okay, I know what's gonna make me happy, and it's not pouting. So I'm just gonna stick this down. And that's the magic of it, really. Putting two things together that don't belong and then making them belong, right? It's kind of like, I don't know, life. Don't worry about the edges for now. We can address that later. Okay. I really like this black and white. And I'm being very methodical about not lining them up, just to invite accidents and happenstance. I have this, I have a little bit of this. Oh, this is cool. Ooh, I have some black. And I have this. This is a little too much of an object. So I'm gonna take that to the side. So let's look at our magazine. Again, you know, it's dated obviously, so there's some images that are kind of problematic, but let's just play. Like, look at her, she's just kind of, I think this whole scene is really interesting. So let's play with this. So let me take this out. So remember, when you're working with old paper, it tends to be brittle, so it can mess up very easily. So keep that in mind, don't get frustrated. I'm just gonna go really slow perhaps, where I can, and take out the whole scene. I hope you've taken the time to check out my latest podcast. It's with Joel Hernandez, who is an amazing mask maker. Isn't that cool? So he makes masks, and they're very surreal, they're very colorful. They make reference to pop culture, they make reference to Mexican folk art. I mean, it's a trip, to say the least. So check that out. That's in studioconfessions.com. And it's just really fun. He's in San Francisco. All right, let's see. I think I want to keep these guys too. There's something kind of interesting about these gentlemen over here. Now, I usually stay away from faces, but who knows? Times are changing. Oh, it's not funny. Now that I don't see faces because of the masks that we wear, I'm gravitating towards faces, which is kind of a theme that we spoke about as well in the podcast. How funny. It's all connected, guys. It's all connected. Okay. Here we go. Oh, she's cool. Have fun. We'll be there. We'll get there again. We'll have drinks in a rooftop bar again. Just you wait. Okay. So, don't sweat the details, but it is very meditative to go slow and kind of trace all of the contour of the images you're using. It's very meditative. I enjoy it. So, back to the whole idea of taking this out of context, right? They're like having a good time in a rooftop bar in New York, apparently, or some major city. They're carefree. So let's see what they'll add to our collage. Okay, and they're almost free. All right, cool. Ta-da! And this, of course, is always a fun remnant that we can play with later. But check this out. So now we have this. You can play with this. Check, like, that's just fun, right? Like something that's like, what? We can even go this way. Oh, I kind of like it this way, even a little bit more, huh? Yeah, this is it. So notice how I'm leaving the edges out deliberately because I think it gives it some rhythm. So I'm just gonna go with this and I'm going to commit. Don't be afraid to commit. I will say though, the older the paper is, the less forgiving it will be. So if you commit and it didn't work, you might not be able to save it, but who cares? So I'm playing with the placement. I don't like this arabesque curl, so I think I'm gonna put it over here, and it still gives it a nice composition, right? I mean, it's literally like notes in a music sheet, and we're kind of arranging the composition. Someone told me on Instagram, I said, oh, I like this collage you made. It's a great composition. I thought, oh, that sounds like music. Thank you. That was such a good compliment. So this can be a collage in and of itself. So whoa, I'm excited, right? So see what happens when you keep your scraps. But I'm just gonna go into my box and take a little adventure and see if I can find anything that might add to what we're doing here. This is cool, this is cool. Of course, this is like a given. That might add a lot to it. But I'm thinking I need something a little bit more graphic, or like this is cool, right? Writing. These guys are always my favorite. I like keeping them around. The door. I don't know. A popsicle perhaps, but let's see what we can do with this. I don't know. You know, I have these. So I got these. You will be receiving these in the March subscription pack if you are a subscriber to the collage kit. And these are really exciting. I didn't know when I bought them, but check this out. They're actually translucent. So there's a cool effect that happens because you can see through them. Maybe one more somewhere, like there. And maybe why not? One more over here. You can't really see it, but it's okay. Yes. All right, so I think, yeah, I mean, this is a collage. I'm really happy with it. So check this out. We're just about 10 minutes in and we created a really great composition. Now, I've been doing this for a really long time and it takes me a few minutes to do this because I've been doing this for so many years, but don't stress yourself out if it takes you a little bit longer, and trust yourself, play. I mean, give yourself 5 minutes to make a collage, go to the next one, go to the next one, and see what happens. Just have fun. So I'm really excited to have done this collage with you and remind you that just play, and let it tell you what to do. So don't be afraid. There's much adventure to be had. Please subscribe to the collage kits. They're really exciting. March is coming along, and we're gonna have a really thick pack of exciting stuff. So you want to be part of that. So join me on Instagram, join me on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe and like, and I will see you for another quick paper cut session soon.